Yeah, there's also a key like on top of the four cabanas in chapter 6 where they start firing from you and you have to sniper rifle them. There's a key on top of that all the way up on a pedestal. There's also a key in front of the mansion on chapter 9 in the tree on the right.
How did you get here?
Now we just go right into this. This is a good time to just, you know, for time purposes, just, you know, to use the rocket launcher. Really, I mean...
And if I'm going to die in here.
Now, just throw mines down here. The mines will kill those things that come out. On a Coom mode, that's probably more important because one hit you die, but, you know, whatever. Are we done yet? Why? Ooh. Good. For the next section... Normally speaking, I would let... You can crouch in this corner here. To the right. And Joseph and Kidman will kill, like, most of the people that appear, or most of the haunted in the next section. And who's ever throwing dynamite or trying to shoot you can't hit you, usually. If you're in this position I'm in right now. But, yeah, right over here. Now I'm under the thing. But, for speed time, you probably want to just start... Actually, what you want to do is kick this over here. Because this has handgun bullets in it. Or, so while you're firing, if you're going to fire, you don't have to. If you want to conserve ammo, you could try to let them kill everybody and just kill people that come on the bus. But, for time purposes, you probably just want to get rid of some of these people. Or try to help. I don't see anybody. I don't know. Some of this you can't really make go quicker because you gotta sit here and wait for enemies to come out if they're already dead. Yeah, if you crouch right here, they can't hit you, really. I mean, even if they throw... If that guy throws something at me, even fire, it's gonna hit to the side. It probably won't hit me. I had to make sure, like, on a Coom mode, I didn't get hit. So, I was able to crouch here for a lot of the time. The only times I had to worry were people crawled on the bus with dynamite. And I think there was a time when there was a guy on top of me where he jumped down.
More of them on the move. Don't get rattled. He's down. Hit.
I just wish I could make this go quicker. You know, Joseph and Kidman are better. They're better at shooting. And even in casual mode, I mean, you play in Akuma, it takes them longer. Do everything.
More of them.
Where are these people? Oh my god, that's not good. Can we go now? What, seriously? Is that it? I mean, there's nothing going on right now. I mean, are we not gonna move? Oh. See, for this right here, I don't know how you can make it go quicker, because I had to sit there and wait. I don't know, until the next section. Okay, so now the spider thing's gonna come out again. What? I'm just gonna blow this thing away really quickly. Oh wait, I don't want to take that out right now. Are we gonna drive? Okay, we're gonna drive. God, Joseph. So after we get rid of this enemy,
Keep us to the left up here.
yeah, I'm only using the rocket launcher for the speed run. I just have to get rid of certain people quickly. It's not that great of a weapon, but I might as well just use it here because see, it didn't even, he's still there. If I pull out my sniper rifle and hit him like a couple times, it'll probably do it, because it's just a better weapon. Actually, I should be hitting him in the head.
Get this thing moving!
Great. I don't think I need the rocket launcher anymore. The Magnum is gonna pretty much do me good for the Chapter 14 boss. The safe heads on Chapter 15. Let me see. What am I doing? Oh, I'm just... Chapter 13, I hit the safe head with one Magnum bullet. I don't need the rocket launcher anymore. I mean, the thing is with the rocket launcher though, I don't think there's rocket launcher ammo in the game you can pick up, so I would recommend if you do the speed run using the rocket launcher to make a separate save file somewhere so you can
just get us out of here.
Play the game again with like full rocket launcher. Like you don't
might be some kind of first aid.
Save over your completed game. Alright, this is fairly simple. They give you a lot of bullets here and stuff, and okay, I don't need bullets though. Oh, that's not good. You know what? I don't care. I gotta run through this. Okay, that was good. Yeah, in Akuma mode, everything's rare. There's not as many red barrels either. There's not as much ammo. There's not as much... I don't know. Green gel, I meant... I don't know. I would imagine that there's just... It's safe to say that there's more things limited. Oh, the ammo for the rocket launcher? I don't even know if... The ammo for the machine gun's rare. You can find ammo for the machine gun. But I have not seen ammo for the rocket launcher. I don't know. I'm just saying if you wasted all your rocket launcher, you should just have a separate save file for whenever you got the rocket launcher, so you can play the game again with the rocket launcher. Okay, what is there, one guy left here? Oh, I cannot believe I just got stuck in a bear trap. That's ridiculous. Oh. You know, what am I doing? There's one enemy left, I believe. Yeah, I don't really... Rocket launcher... I'm just using it for the speed run. I'll make other videos and play like normally on normal modes and whatnot, and I'll probably play the game through again. Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. The thing is, when I do the speed run though, this is just on a separate save file right now. I can always reload from where I started on another save file and just do this again with full rockets, full everything like that I started with. I haven't used the machine gun once yet through this playthrough. I don't even know if it's that useful. I just for obtaining the Quick and the Dead trophy or beating the game in under 12 hours, I would say I just use the rocket launcher, especially on chapter 10 and chapter 6. It's just to get through stuff quickly. Especially if you don't want to keep wasting all your like if you have magnum bullets and they're fully upgraded, those are good, but you don't want to really waste all of them. I know the specific places where they're very useful or on what enemies, but okay, I've had enough of this. This is really actually annoying on Akuma mode because what you have to do is these first people that you're shooting, you have to get them. You can do this by sniping a red barrel over here. You want to get them to all go over there because otherwise they're going to crawl behind you or on the side. If they touch you, so much as touch you, you're dead. And these people come out and some of these people have guns, like these people. See, I just got hit. I would be dead right now and have to start over. I'm just not looking beneath me. Oh, I forgot to pick up something.
Keep them off me!
Oh, there's 2 more people over there. People. I keep calling them people. No, this board isn't that scary. This is more combat-oriented board in this. I don't know. I gotta get out of here. I can't. I really want to pick up the syringe somewhere, but I don't have time. This chapter's almost over. There's only 3 chapters left after this. The next board
Let's get out of here.
is not really combat oriented like this, so. The next board's actually where I made the first video where I'm talking about how you can...
It's gonna get a little
collect a lot of green gel and trap parts to prepare for this speed run. Every playthrough you can get about 40,000 green gel and 40 trap parts, and you get magnum bullets, and there's hardly any enemies to deal with. There's just a lot of traps to disarm and stuff, and I hit people so that I wouldn't get that that trophy. I already have the trophy, but I'm not here really to get any other trophy or any trophies. I'm just here to show the Quick and the Dead speed run. That's it. I don't know why, again, it says preparation for Quick and the Dead on the bottom. That's not really what I intended. So, our playtime right now is 3 hours and 38 minutes. And we've completed 12 chapters. So, that's pretty good. Yeah, the hotel with Ruvik clones. If you have your harpoon bolts at level 5, all you have to shoot him once and he's dead. And it's quiet. It won't alert any of the other enemies. That's this board. If you play in Akuma mode, there's 2 of the Ruvik clones. There's 2 of them walking around. This chapter should be completed in about 15 minutes. That's what it should take, 15, 17 minutes. If you follow the video that I don't know if it's in my comment, I've Twitch video I archived for going through this chapter to collect green gel and stuff.
Kidman?
It's a bit longer, the video, because I go everywhere and I disarm every trap and do everything just so I can... So you can get a lot of green gel, and you don't have to kill. There's hardly any enemies on this. Was there 2 Ruvik clones on survival in here?
Kidman!
I forget. I played. That was my first playthrough on survival. I just can't remember. I can't remember what appears on what. I do
Won't know unless we get down
distinctly remember my Akumu difficulty because that just. I mean. It took me like 46 hours, like I said, to complete it, and it was real, I mean, it was just really difficult. It's probably one of the hardest trophies I've ever gotten. At least for myself. I mean, again, it was just... I even kept doing it. I kept playing on Akumu, and I was just wondering to myself throughout the whole time whether or not I was going to even do it or not. What if I ran out of ammo at some point or ran out of stuff and I just I couldn't go on. There's certain situations in this game where if you had no ammo, what are you gonna do? It's like melee hit, like the Guardian. I mean, I don't. Even if you could do that, you can't get hit once.
Is that a subway sticking out of the ground?
Yeah, you don't forget Akumu.
If we can get over there, we might
I
be
think
able to use it to get across.
I think Akumu
Let's just concentrate on getting out.
is translated as worst dream, something like that. I guess you don't forget that, yeah. No, you don't. Like I said, I mean, I don't know if I like sitting here thinking, broadcasting a video when I mention other games, but I think beating this on Akumu difficulty is a lot harder, at least in my opinion, than beating The Last of Us on grounded mode.
Don't risk it.
Hold on. I think I see
Although-
another way down. I'll meet you on a lower level.
I'm pretty confident that I could go through. Like, I was pretty... I don't know, on grounded... Well, maybe I played it on grounded mode plus, somehow. But on grounded mode on Last of Us, you can get hit. You just can't see your health bar, but... Being able to not get hit once is just insane. I mean, especially when it's something so slight. And in this game, they throw out things. If you don't know where to look or what's gonna happen, you just wind up getting caught in a trap sometimes, or something gets thrown in your face because you weren't preparing for it. Or it's kind of like when Ruvik appears in Chapter 9. He just appears in front of your face and just kills you in 1 second. Okay, so there's a guy gonna come out over here. You could just let him notice you because there's a wire in front of me. He'll just run through it. Here's the Ruvik clone that you're talking about, arming an acid trap. So, yeah, goodbye. Yeah, I guess I just found that I was more confident on The Last of Us because I found that in that game there were a lot less places where even if I had no ammo, I knew I could still make it through using a stealth approach. In some cases in this game, you're just thrown in situations where you can't use stealth. Every enemy's aware of you, they're crawling through windows, you can't do anything about it. So what am I doing? I'm trying to run through this. I'm not trying to play, like... I really hope there isn't a guy. I can't believe the other guy didn't come out. I guess we have to kill all the other people. Yeah, the bloaters. Oh yeah, well those situations, yeah, you can't get out of. You have to wind up... Especially one part in Last of Us that's very difficult is when you're just playing with Ellie on Chapter 9, The Hunt. And you're stuck with David, having to kill the bloater and having to kill all these people, and you only have your bow and arrow or you have a rifle, but you don't have everything that your main character has, so... I mean, it's challenging, it's really interesting too, the story aspect of that game. I just screwed up, I think. Oh, no. I wasn't supposed to let the Keeper notice me. You know what? I'm gonna have to die. I don't know if I can do anything here. I just must... I mean, if I do this, does he go away? Oh man, I messed up. I gotta die. Sounds ridiculous, but I really wasn't paying attention, right? Okay, yeah, so for... God. I can't believe I've been doing this since Chapter 1. I've just been playing this. I haven't taken a break at all, so... From my... I can't believe I just did that, I really, seriously. The Keeper's in the other room. You don't even have to do anything, really. You just can't have him notice you. And really, I just ran over to the left, right in front of him. All you want to do is get rid of this tripwire. Because that will, I believe, set off an alarm. I don't know, is there dynamite attached to that? No, it probably sets off an alarm and he'll just walk away. He's going to appear at the end of the chapter in the fridge on casual mode. You only need to knock him down once in order to open the elevator. I don't know what it is on survival. On Akuma mode, you need to knock him down 3 times. Basically, if your Magnum's fully upgraded, or the damage is to at least 4, 1 hit from the Magnum will take him down. So, this chapter you can get a lot of parts and green gel. I mean, look, here's a jar of green gel for 2,000. There's a few of them like that, and there's traps on the ground that he leaves that give you trap parts. This is how I came and started my speed run with 400 parts. That's how I did it. I mean, if I did this board 10 times, I got all of the green gel I needed to make the rest of the upgrades and all of these parts to start off the game. In addition, there's 3 magnum bullets on this board, so I would use 1 to take down the safe head, but so every time I came back I would make out with 2 extra. So you can like stock up on magnum bullets before you do your speed run, and it's just powerful weapon. I mean, I used it earlier on the Guardian in chapter 10. I hit him with 5 or 6 magnum bullets. It didn't take much after that to make him turn purple. At which point I tried to do the sniper thing and hit that section, that purple section, the specific place where it closed. There's a specific section in there you can hit and paralyze him. Double barrel shotgun, yeah, I don't have that. Here's the magnum bullets. You're forced to go through the save room, you can't do anything about this. In order to open the door, and I can't skip this, actually, right here.
He loves tormenting others. Has to let them know he has the upper hand. Lays out the bait, gets his victim all worked up. His unholy traps. When it was happening to me, I could see what was going on. I could see it, but I couldn't turn back. I had to know. I had to know the truth, and he knew it.
Wow. I can't believe I've been sitting here for this long.
Lady, level with me. Am I going crazy?
If one wishes to survive, one would do well to consider who they trust.
I mean, I was thinking to myself that when I was gonna do the speed run and broadcast it, that I was gonna just maybe do it in 2 or 3 parts. That I wasn't actually gonna go through the whole thing in one. I mean, I can't. It's okay. You don't want to collect any green gel or anything. This isn't about collecting anything. Although you want to, anything convenient is good. Okay, so this is pretty simple. Once I shoot him, another guy's gonna come out with explosives. You just run back here and wait, and he'll come through the door with explosives, and you'll just blow him up. Reload, get your ammo back right here. Good. Run past here. Those were the last 2 enemies on this board, besides the safe head and the fridge. See, there aren't many enemies on this board. There's tons of green gel and trap parts, though, which I'm not collecting because I'm doing a speed run and trying to beat the game under 5 hours, so it doesn't... Let's see, what do I need here? Now, this is a good place for lightning bolts. This is what some people call this the Hell's Kitchen sequence. This is very simple on casual mode. So, on Akuma mode, or even on survival, I think there's a pathway that's blocked that you can't go through. So you have to kind of make your way around. It's a little longer, but really this isn't a very difficult.
Oh God, now what?
Really, you can blow 3 lightning bolts here without having to worry because there's some here. The lightning bolts, the shock bolts will take these things out. You could take them out with a shotgun too, but really, if you place one on the ground, if you can manage to hit more than one, see, 2 of them are down, and I just got my shock bolt back, so if I can get If I can get the other one, he's dead. I get my shock bolt back. Just want to disarm this trap. Really the only thing to watch out for here, you want to stay crouched, because there's spikes in the ceiling here. Now in casual mode you can see, I can now go through here. This would be blocked off in other modes. What you want to do is place a lightning bolt right here, because more of those things are going to come out. And they already got hit by it. More are going to come out, but by this time, this will be already disarmed, so it doesn't matter. This chapter's almost over, so... The last thing is the keeper now in the fridge. Now, you just take out the magnum. It's fully upgraded. So, one hit. All it takes is one hit to down him and run for the elevator. So,
You again?
One hit, like I said, that's it. Bye. He's down. Door opens. You gotta make sure to get to the door on time, though it'll close again. Now I can't skip this cutscene. He's just gonna sit here in the dark. And he's gonna complain and he's gonna curse. And
God damn it.
what's the highest difficulty you beat this game on? Did you beat it on...
Fuck.
You... Have you played it on Akumu mode? Or at least tried it? You never tried it on Akumu? If you wanted to try it, maybe I'll make a video. Like, I'll probably, if I did that, I can make a video for Akumu mode, but I'd probably do it in parts, like one for each chapter, because I don't know, it could take a lot of time.
I'd better
Especially in earlier chapters, just trying to collect parts and do things and trying to basically prepare myself for later situations and bosses. What you can do is that you could always, you could just start playing on Akumu and complete as many chapters as you can, and if it starts getting frustrating, you can always just make sure you save on a different save file. You can just lower the difficulty to Nightmare, for instance. And complete it on that and go back to your Akumu game like whenever you feel like. I don't know, it can get pretty frustrating, to be honest with you. Some sections, like I said, I died 50 or 60 times trying to do. We only have 2 chapters left, and we have still an hour to beat the game in under 5 hours, so... I like to give myself about a half an hour to 40 minutes for the last chapter, so... It'd be nice to beat chapter 14 within 20 minutes. Yeah, chapter 14, you're not really going to see much of the boss, I'll be honest with you. Maybe when I do another broadcast, but there's a way to kill this boss very quickly. Now, if you have your lightning bolts at level 5, and your Magnum is at least at level 4 damage with its fire rate up. You electrocute the boss and just keep firing with the Magnum at him. It takes about 5 to 7 bullets and the boss is dead. He'll never even get up through the pipes. Yeah, and I did that on, yeah, and it works on Akumu mode too. I mean, that's basically the way on Akumu to, the best way to do it, because if he gets up in those pipes, he starts throwing out whatever those things are, the centipedes or worms, and they blow up in your face, then you're dead. You're dead on anything. It doesn't matter what hits you. I'm just running through here. There's goodies to the right, to the left. There's bombs, explosives, but there's a lot of green gel to the left of me in the bathroom, along with the save room there. On Akumu mode, you see there's a guy down here laying on the ground. In Akumu mode, he's invisible. In Akumu mode, these people laying on the ground are all invisible. Hi. I missed him. Well, doesn't matter. Yeah, I would say there are specific places where I just would get really frustrated on it. I should make a list of the top 5 places. I mean, near the top of my list is going to be the beginning of chapter 6, the part when, just that part when you have to, when Joseph has to open the 2 doors and the enemies keep piling through the window. I mean, when you're playing on New Game, you're not playing with brass knuckles, you don't have any of these things. So, even if you have certain things upgraded, you have to deal with just a lot of enemies piling through the window. And they're stronger, they're twice as fast, and there's more of them. So I would say that's probably one of the worst sections in the game to play in the Akuma mode. In fact, chapters 13 and 14 and 15, by the time after I was collected all these parts and did all this stuff in Akuma mode, these 3 chapters weren't that bad. Actually, this isn't... None of this... Yeah, there's ways to do this. I mean, I'm just sneaking through. This is taking a little bit of time. I don't really have to sneak through here, but if those alarms go off, all these people wake up. Or all these haunted wake up. Well, if it drives you too insane. Like, again, you can always lower the difficulty while you're playing and save it on a different file. Have you played on Nightmare mode? I never actually, the Nightmare mode's the only one I never played on. So I don't really... They don't know how to change the crossbow? What do you mean, like, switch to different bolts? Or oops. I forgot to switch back to my handgun. I just wasted a magnum bullet there. Oh, that's... The crossbow is like, in Akuma mode, I mean, generally, I mean, it's gonna become like one of your best friends at specific points. I mean, it's gonna be your strongest weapon. I have to go here. Another guy's... Yeah, that's right. You have to just stand here and then another guy's gonna come through the door. There we go. Okay. These alter ego creatures. He's not gonna come out of there. No sense in wasting time or bullets on him. I'm trying to think here. Light this one on fire. Burn. I can't remember. Let me think. What is there anybody else here? There has to be. There's another guy around the corner here, isn't there? There a tripwire or something. I am just... Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I throw the bottle at... Okay. I just hit this guy with a bottle. He'll just... This alter ego thing will just run right into the electric beam and kill himself. That's... Kind of feel sorry for these creatures. Every time I hear them moan, it just makes me feel like bad for them. Like, I don't... They're so slow and you can run past them and they just like seem... Like, you know what they are? They're just, it seems like they've just been experimented upon and thrown into this world, and it's like, they just, it's horrible. I don't know, what's... Man, this game's like screwing with my mind now. I've been out this for so long. Look at this giant rat. That giant rat has a, doesn't it have a key on its back? Is that one of the keys? It's kind of weird because this chapter's fairly simple, but I don't know, I still find chapter 10 to be kind of one of the worst. Oh, that's right, I don't have to deal with him, the boss just killed him. Those are pretty cool shots when you're standing there and you think you have to face an enemy, and then a tentacle just appears and like takes them out. Oh. Yeah, just disarm that. Normally, see, this section, there's just hanging people. I'm just sneaking through here so I don't wake up the other people. You just have to disarm 2 traps. There's a bear trap right in the water right here. See, there's always hanging alter egos, like you just don't want to... I just disturbed them, that's great. But their awareness is already gone. See, on casual mode, the enemies is just... It doesn't last long, really. I've said this before, but that's the only one of the problems I have. If I'm playing on a higher difficulty and the awareness of the enemies is greater, and they're also twice as fast and they chase you longer, It's easier to lead them into traps because they'll just keep chasing you. They give up chase pretty quickly on casual mode. On Akuma mode, there's a bear trap right here, and it is so frustrating because if you just made it through all that and you disarmed the bombs as well, which the needles are, it's harder to disarm the bombs. If you actually run into a bear trap not long before the checkpoint and die, that's frustrating. I mean, little things like that are frustrating because you can't really see the bear trap in the water. You really have to sneak up. This guy's gonna get just taken away by a tentacle. Where are we? Oh, we're coming up to the section where there's gonna be just an Akuma mode. It's ridiculous. In this mode, there's just a bunch of alter egos running around. If you play on Akuma mode, you'll have to deal with two trauma, or you know those crucified enemies that carry the sling that are on Chapter 10. They're here, as well as some alter egos. Well, that was pretty... Well, more alter egos come out after you get the junction fused. So... Not that you have to worry if you have brass knuckles, really. I mean, this... There's another one. There should be another one over here. And you turn this valve. Another alter egos are going to appear after you turn this valve. Actually, there might be two of them. One of them right behind you is going to come from the right. I think. Yeah? There we go. There might be another one that appears somewhere. Yeah, there he is. You can actually just run past them. They're very easy to run past, so... I've never actually screwed this up, and I don't know if anybody can say, because you see the eye. There's no visible enemy here, really. The boss, though, however, is peeking in right here. I always shot him. Like, I always saw him and shot him, so he went away. Has anybody ever... Have you actually ran under that pipe, like, without shooting him? Does he just... I'm just wondering if a tentacle just comes down and just takes you away and kills you. Because... it might happen. I mean, anything happens in this game. Sometimes you just wind up dying. An axe is just flying through the air and just hits you in the head. I mean, oh, we're coming to the boss right now. This is how quick this board is. Okay, so I would just set this up. Lightning bolt. 5 to 7 hits with the Magnum. Yeah, I was just wondering if maybe one time intentionally I'm just gonna run under it. I just want to see what happens. You know, if you screw it up. For anybody who wants the, what is the trophy?
Shit.
You put all 3 fuses in, basically. I mean, you get a trophy for doing that. It's not just really the trophy, though, that is that great. I mean, it's great because you need it to get platinum, but,
Damn it.
if you light all 3 of these up, when you're done with the boss, and you pull this thing over here, this door will open, and you'll be able to get through that section over there. There'll be a key in there, and there's going to be a ton of ammo and stuff in there. You get pulled up, yeah. Watch, this boss is gonna be dead in like 5 seconds. Even if I were playing on the hardest difficulty, this works. Take out your crossbow. Magnum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 5 hits, dead. That's the boss. When you're doing your speed run, or you're playing on Akuma mode, that's actually more important because you won't get hit. That's one of the easier sections if you know what to use. Okay, so this chapter's pretty much over, right? Oh, that's right. What am I doing? I can't pull the lever. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through the door and all the other stuff because I'm running through this quickly, but yeah, there's all goodies in there and there's a key if anybody's collecting them in there. Oh wait, there might be one more thing in this chapter, isn't there? Isn't there a room? We have to unhook people. Is there another one of these rooms? Oh, there is. There's another room. Oh, okay, I gotta get through here. I think I'm making... I hope I can beat my other time of 4 minutes and... What is it, 4 hours and 50 minutes? You will suffer. Man, it's really taxing though. The reason why I cut it so close on my first speed run, for me, I was broadcasting, but I didn't set it up for archives, and I wasn't talking on a microphone. I wasted time collecting green gel and just going to enemies and places to collect green gel and trap parts. So I just wanted to make sure I didn't do it this time. I think in some cases in this, I'm losing some time because I'm not accustomed still to talking on a microphone and playing a game. And it's not just that. I didn't really think I was going to actually, like I said before, sit here and literally from the very beginning just go through this entire game in one sitting. I haven't even gotten up to go to the bathroom or do anything, to eat anything.
My research in your name again. Did you think I wouldn't find out?
And I have done you a favor. You have no credentials. You'd never appear in a reputable journal otherwise. Nobody in the world knows you even exist.
Oh, but they will not. I have surpassed you in every way you can imagine.
You have to just unhook more of these people.
I have what I need.
If you have brass knuckles, my experience, you can't punch these people.
That is why
Or punch these enemies.
We?
Just knock them down with the shotgun and then unhook them.
You wouldn't dare. You couldn't complete it without me.
Precisely.
Trying to make me feel sorry for you?
Oh. Yeah, I think I've tried punching them before with brass knuckles and it doesn't work, so one shotgun hit, just unhooked them. You have work at 3. Where do you live? Where I am, it's 8:30 p.m. almost. You'll be leaving soon. You're gonna leave. We're on the last chapter. And the total playtime, we have 45 minutes to complete the last chapter, basically, for anybody who wants to quicken the dead trophy. I mean, I should, if I post this, this will, I mean, everything will be archived on Twitch, but this will get you the quicken the dead trophy. I mean, you have 45 minutes to complete the last chapter. I've completed basically almost the entire game in 4 hours and 15 minutes. Hopefully I can beat my time. Oh, well, you're in the same time zone as me, so the East Coast. Oh, we're on the final chapter. This is it. With 45 minutes, so just run through the beginning. You have your sprint at level 5, and you can run for 10 seconds. It's great, because you're just going to be running around chasing Leslie. Don't collect anything, just run.
Nobody here at all?
Oh, why am I walking around? I can't run. They won't let me run. Now I'm wasting time because I forgot where to go. I cannot run right now. These are moments when I really want to beat my time, a previous time, but I'm kind of... Where is the way out of here? You gotta be kidding me. You know, I can hear the music. Oh, now I can run?
Ruvik?
I can't believe... I knew I had to go down this hallway to the mirror, and I didn't know I had to go over to there first, though. That's the thing. Okay, now we're just gonna run. This is about just running to the gauntlet section to save time, so... Collecting nothing, just getting there.
This way.
And again, we're still chasing Leslie. You just chase Leslie through the whole game. I mean, that's... You're just gonna have to run. It gets annoying. Yeah. And you gotta keep going. You gotta run all the way to the section. He just keeps...
Hey,
you just keep following him everywhere.
Kid, where are you taking me?
You can see how this can be a real drag on time. If you're not facing any enemies, you're not doing anything. If you're playing the game normally and you're interested in the story and whatnot, you'll pick up audio logs, you know, along the way and fragments, and It's all part of the story and part of the game, but if you're going for that trophy, that Quick and the Dead trying to beat it under 5 hours, you'll realize that you're just kind of losing a lot of time just running around. Yeah, I mean, at least the first part of it is. It's very more story-oriented. And then all of a sudden you get, like, into this gauntlet section where there's enemies everywhere.
Beacon, just like Joseph said.
Now, on Akumu mode, if you're playing that, and you're playing in that section, there is actually a little trick. If you can kill the enemies on the top right in the beginning, you can kind of camp out in that section. And wait for people to climb ladders. And while they're climbing the ladders, just shoot them in the head. Kill the Rubik clone with the harpoon bolt. You save the guy with the rocket launcher for last. Because once you damage him enough, he then just gets up with the chainsaw.
I knew it.
God, I'm just gonna keep running through here. Oh, here we go, down like 20 flights of stairs. I mean, it's not a save room, don't worry. How do you slide down the ladder? You know what, I did this once before. I actually slided down the ladder, but I don't know how I did it. Oh. I just pushed circle and let go. Or maybe I didn't slide, maybe that's what I did is let go and just fell. Maybe that's not a good idea. I don't know. Inside that pool of blood there's actually some green gel. Or at least one jar, but I'm not gonna go there. Here we are, back at the beginning. Just like chapter 1, except this time you can go through this door. This is it coming up. The grand finale.
Leslie?
Leslie? Of course it's Leslie. You're always chasing Leslie. It's always Leslie. Okay, could the staircase be any longer? Second door. First door is an audio log, probably. Again, for the story-oriented, like you said. I mean, this is... Yeah, the whole beginning is more story-oriented. I'm just gonna sit in this elevator. You kind of wish it just... Why do they make you stand here? You know, I think they black out the screen at some point, and you just, then it just... You end up where? In the courtyard of... Like, why can't I skip this? See, it blacked out right there. Because the elevator ride would be too long. It would be too high. Why didn't they just do that earlier? Why did they make me sit there for like 20 seconds in the elevator? Wait, is this the section now? Am I prepared for this? What am I gonna do? Yeah, I think I'm okay. I don't think I'll have much of a problem here. So we're coming to almost to the final boss fight. We're gonna go through a gauntlet section filled with enemies before the final boss fight. For anybody conserving ammo and playing this on any other way, once you get past the 2 safe heads, you no longer need any of your ammo. All of the rest of the final boss fight that succeeds that, you don't need any ammo or anything. There'll be stealth sections, running away sections, and a machine gun and a rocket launcher section. I can't believe I just screwed this up. There's time right there. You have to go to one of these doors. No.
Poor guy.
I don't know. I always burn him. Yeah, I ran to the other end of the hallway instead. See, it's things like that just... Now, I want you to imagine this section on Akuma mode, because it's actually it's not as bad as still that beginning of chapter 6, at least in my opinion, but because you have these ladders here and upper levels, and you have more space. You don't have any space in the beginning of chapter 6. You have to run around in a circle and just... Well, that wasn't really the bolt I wanted to use, but, oh well. This is the section you want to camp out in, especially if you're playing Akuma mode, because they're just going to keep coming up the ladder. Now, you would just fire a bullet at their head, or a level 5 harpoon bolt. You know, I could do that right now, but I'm doing a speed run, so I'm just trying to kill these people as quickly as possible, and if they're not all together, that's not good. I gotta remember to put the gun away to use the brass knuckles. Where's the Ruvik clone? The Ruvik clone comes out somewhere. There he is. I should have just placed an explosive right there. He always comes out at the same place. One hit, he's down with the level 5 harpoon bolt. You don't have to deal with him anymore. Okay. I'm going to just make some bolts, because I have like, what, still 200 or 300 parts? I mean, what am I doing here? There's more enemies? When the rocket launcher guy comes out, when does he come out? There's more enemies that are gonna come now, that's right. Actually, there is another enemy somewhere. See, I hate this. Sometimes they stay at the bottom and won't climb the ladder. There's the checkpoint. There's gonna be some enemies that come down here. You see when the thing starts moving like that, the enemies start coming out. They're gonna come out over there too. They're gonna come out from all over. You could try to kill them all before the rock... I mean... Especially if you're playing on a harder difficulty, it's better to kill all of them before you deal with the rocket launcher guy. If you are camping out in this section, you're pretty safe from being hit by a rocket. He hasn't come out yet. Here he comes. If you're up in this top right section, not where I was standing, you have to be standing by the wall up there. He can't hit you. And basically you just want to like leave him there normally until you deal with every other enemy, but and then deal with him last. But again, we're just doing a speed run, so it doesn't matter when we deal with him. He's gonna come running out with a chainsaw once you hit him enough. And with a decent upgraded... He already dropped the chainsaw with 2 hits because this weapon is pretty powerful. So, it's fully upgraded rifle. Say goodbye to the enemy and one... No, that's not good. Okay, that takes care of the first part of the gauntlet. Now there's a sniper rifle section, which isn't that difficult. Kill the 2 people on the right first, or the 2 enemies on the right. I keep saying killing people, I'm not killing people. See, if you kill the one with dynamite like I just did, it just killed the other guy. So, if you stay on the right side here, the people on the left won't do anything, usually. He'll just stand there like that. Well, they're dead. That's that section. The final section before the boss will be 2 safe heads. Now this is going to be really quick, like the chapter 14 boss. Set the Magnum. Magnum is fully upgraded. It's going to... One of the safe heads is stronger than the other one. Basically, this is going to be... I would just set a trail of lightning bolts, just in case. Lightning bolts are good for this reason. You can set trails towards yourself, and anytime an enemy gets shocked, once they're done being shocked, if they come towards you, and you have a trail, they'll just hit the next lightning bolt. Any lightning bolts that you, or shock bolts that you don't use that are still left in the ground, you can pick back up and put back in your inventory. So... Granted, it's probably overkill right now, considering the, I'm using a fully upgraded Magnum. These safe heads, 2 safe heads, should be killed within I don't know, 10 to 12 seconds. You see? A lightning bolt in front of me for protection. Took a little longer than I expected. I wonder if some of those bullets even counted when they were in the background. Actually, I didn't hit. I think one of them I wasn't hitting in the stomach. So, lightning bolts are useful. In fact, I used all of them right there. So I guess it wasn't overkill. Okay, so the final boss. There's different sections. If you've made it this far, you no longer need any ammo. So you don't have to worry if you ran out of ammo.
You cannot keep me here.
I'm just checking something. Alright, timing's good. So the first section's more like a stealth type section. If you run into the lights, you just start back in the beginning. You don't even really get hurt by it, so there's no sense in really trying to... This light kind of goes in a circle, so... Just sort of follow it. That's the first part. You hit a checkpoint right here. Now there's two levers. Hit the one on the left. This is easier to do. This side's easier to do than the other one. As long as you just run through here. Yeah, see, I messed up. All you do is go back to the beginning. This is probably the most annoying part, though, as long as you take this section. You could see these gated side. All you gotta do is worry there's a bomb here. So, if you're crouching the whole time, it doesn't matter. You see those wires? If you hit the other level, you have to go through that section instead. So this is a bit easier. You just want to time this right so you disarm the bomb. Because these bombs take a little longer to disarm. So, now you can just pretty much run through here. And that's it. You have to run, and I hate when they do this. They switch it up really quickly. There's blood on the ground to slow you down on each side. But when you have to run, and especially when like the camera view suddenly changes, so you're running and pressing the stick down instead of up, it kind of becomes disorienting. But if you die there, you already hit the checkpoint. You just have to do it. See, the problem is that the final boss, when whatever mode you're playing, is probably one of the easiest things. There's a lot of checkpoints, so if you mess up, I mean, it's not, if you're playing even on a Akuma mode, it's not even really that frustrating, because you don't go back that far. Especially, so if you make it through the gauntlet section, after the 2 safe heads, you no longer need any ammo or have to worry about that, and there's a lot of checkpoints after that. So...
If I make it out alive, I'm never riding in an elevator again.
Never riding an elevator. Here we go with the elevator again. This is why I question, like, why I have to sit here for 20 seconds or more, just riding in this. Is it gonna go to a cutscene or like black out again? And switch to me at the top or bottom or wherever I'm going? See, it just did that. Why didn't it just do that earlier? Normally I wouldn't care. I mean, but I'm sure it's adding on to the time, so it's kind of annoying.
It can't be.
It can be. It is. Face it. That's real. Oh no. It's Leslie again. Running. Leslie running. What? So, this will be another running sequence here. After which there'll be a machine gun sequence. This is interesting to watch, but seriously, it's going to add on to the time if I don't skip some of this stuff when I can. So I have to skip it. I'll do another broadcast where I'm playing through chapters, and maybe I'll just won't skip any of this. I'll let it play through. Let the story play out. But, I believe the cutscenes add to the time, so not skipping them. You want to skip all the cutscenes that you can. You can't skip every cutscene. Oh, I just died. That's terrible. That might be like, what, the 5th or 6th time I've died? How many times do you think I've died throughout this entire playthrough? I think it's like 6 right now, 6 or 7. The order is right, left, I forget what, left. It's right, no, yeah it is, it's right, left. On casual, that's what it is. But on other modes, the hands come in different directions, so. Yeah, I like how they did the boss fight too, because they didn't make it... Because there are certain parts in this game that are extremely frustrating and difficult to pass. And they made it a little bit like... You know, like I said, you don't have to worry about having any ammo or anything. Everything is at your disposal, so it takes away a little bit of the... It's kind of like it gives you the confidence to know that, you know, okay, I'm gonna complete this. The only part here that I don't really fully get is this rocket launcher sequence. Sometimes when I do this, maybe it's just me. I can't. I'm firing a rocket, and I guess I'm just missing where I'm supposed to hit. Sometimes it'll glow, like where a certain target area is, but I've had times when he's just crawled up to me and just killed me. And I don't know, maybe it's just because I didn't hit him enough with the rockets. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to hit him because he keeps moving. And I guess you're supposed to try to hit him. Yeah, if you keep missing, I bet you he just keeps crawling. Now, I hit him, but I don't know if you... I guess you're just supposed to keep hitting him, but he's crawling towards me right now, even though I'm hitting him. I'm not hitting him in the right place, I guess. Now, you have to hit him, like, when this happens. That's critical, like... Seriously? Did I do it already? Oh, yeah, well, on casual, I guess it's that easy. Well... This will be the last time I fire a bullet, right here. Move. You have to move when you can't fire right away. You have to move it to the left. Move the right hand stick like I just did to the left and fire. I cannot believe I just went through this entire game in one broadcast. So your guess is 7. I died 7 times total during the entire game. You're probably right. It's probably around 7. It is around 7. 6 to 8. I don't know.
I created this world. You cannot keep me here.
Ruvik. I'm going to finish this.
It's kind of like anticlimactic. I'm gonna finish this. You just pull out this little brain. You just smash it on the floor. Yeah, you finish it. Finish it. You have to hit that X button there. You could just stand here for like probably hours and just not do anything. That would be terrible. That wouldn't be a good broadcast. Oh, there's Kidman. What do you make of Kidman? I mean, doesn't seem very trustworthy.
Leave that one.
Yeah.
And those two. They're not going anywhere.
No one can.
No one can.
I had to skip the cutscene for time purposes. As you can see, now let's see what the time is and how many times I died. Because, now, for anybody looking for the Quick and the Dead trophy, you would have gotten it. That's under 5 hours of beating the game right there. 8 deaths. You were close. 7. I did beat my last time by 5 minutes. I think if I did it again, I could probably do it quicker. I mean, every time you do it, I mean, you realize you start remembering places, specific places, and I know of places I messed up. Plus, I just did this entire thing in one sitting. I've been recording for 5.5 hours, and I haven't even gotten up to eat anything, to go to the bathroom, to do anything. I just went through the entire game like this. So, once I close this broadcast, it will be on, archived on Twitch. So, once it's archived, it'll be up for 2 weeks. But, maybe I'll make highlights out of it so those are saved permanently. Trying to think to myself, what should I do next for a broadcast? Yeah, I'm really, I'm trying this whole thing out because I've never done this before, broadcasted. I mean, I've just been recently starting to do this. So, I figured what better way than a game that I just platinum, especially after doing it on Akuma mode. Not even that, just all of the time I spent getting the trophies in this game is just, I don't know, it just made me just feel that, okay, I should do something with this. I could maybe post walkthroughs and do certain boss fights or do this or that, and because that's just a lot of time and a lot of deaths and frustration, especially. I can't stress how bad the Akuma mode. I mean, you're looking at a time here, a clear time of the game, in under 5 hours. I mean, like I said, clearing this game in Akuma mode, it took me 46 hours. And I died about 700 times. Maybe I should post, a chapter by chapter walkthrough, playing on Akuma mode from the beginning. I could probably do that. I would do it chapter by chapter though, because this broadcast is 5.5 hours now, I could be spending about 3 hours on one chapter in Akuma mode. So, on certain chapters, not every chapter. It wouldn't be a speed run at all. I'd be playing the way that I played it, which requires a lot of stealth and effective ways of taking down enemies or getting by enemies while trying to conserve as much ammo as possible, collecting trap parts and green gel to make necessary upgrades to prepare for subsequent boss fights and situations where you'll really need them. But if you go to Twitch and you watch this entire video, this basically, you want the quick and the dead trophy. This is the trophy right here. This is beating the game under 5 hours. And doing it on New Game Plus only makes sense because at that point you've already played through the game once, so you know at least what to expect. You play it on casual mode. You play it on the easiest mode because, there's no sense in making it more difficult unless you want to challenge yourself. But if you really are just aiming for the trophy and you want to maximize your chances, play on the easiest difficulty. You play on New Game Plus. Play with everything upgraded. And if you have brass knuckles, that's great. That you've had to have beaten it on either Nightmare or Akuma mode in order to get those. I posted a link somewhere. I don't know, I thought I did it in the comments. I don't know what that is at the bottom. There is on Twitch TV, another broadcast, one other one, that I posted for preparation for a quick in the deck speedrun. That's what it was. And it was just me talking and going through chapter 13. Because chapter 13 you can basically go through that chapter over and over again. And if you're prepared there's not a lot of enemies, but there's a Ruvik clone. You can deal with him with a level 5 harpoon bolt, and if you're prepared, you can go through this level and come out with 40,000 green gel, 40 trap parts, 3 magnum bullets every time you go through the chapter, and it won't take that long. So if you go through the chapter about 10 times, you'll come out with probably enough green gel to buy the rest of your upgrades if you've already, completed the game one time. And during that game play, you opened up all the lockers, you collected, green gel. So 10 playthroughs will get you about, of chapter 13, 400,000 green gel and 400 trap parts. Now once you save that all carries over as long as you complete the chapter. So if you start your quick in the dead run, you will be starting the game with 400 trap parts already. You will have no need to disarm bombs or disarm traps just for the sake of getting parts. You will have all the parts you need to make bolts, and having all the upgrades, every one of your weapons is going to be the most powerful it can be. So that's basically what I did here, and it really wasn't that bad. I mean, I just sat here the entire time. I did this in one broadcast. I didn't get up. I didn't do anything. So it's not only possible, it's possible to really sit here and just do it in one go. So I'm gonna end this broadcast in a moment. Gonna have to it'll be archived, like I said, on Twitch TV. So you'll definitely try what are you gonna try? You mean the Do you mean trying to go through chapter 13 or upgrading everything, or just trying to beat the game in under 5 hours? Yeah, I mean, while you're doing it, if you don't have for instance, the harpoon bolt at level 5, you'll be collecting green gel. The whole point is doing it, so while you're doing it, you can prioritize that, so it'll make it easier when you run through it the second time. And the magnum, you get the damage at least to level 4. You can, in the fridge, like I said, just shoot the safe head once in the stomach and he'll go down and you can run through the elevator. And the next playthrough, there'll be a case with 3 magnum bullets in it, so you'll make out with 2 extra every time. If you don't have brass knuckles, the way you can deal with the other enemies is you can use the harpoon bolts at level 5 and just fire them at them, and that should work. You will use trap parts doing that, however, but there aren't that many enemies, and it's only 2 trap parts to make. So if you are getting about 40 trap parts in each play. And how many enemies would you deal with that way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6? You'll lose 10 or 12 trap parts, but making harpoon bolts, but that means you'll just leave the chapter with 28 or 30 parts instead of 40. You keep playing through it. I mean, whether you have 400 or 300 parts and start the speed run, it doesn't matter, because I didn't use all 400 parts during this run right here. I mean, that's just making sure I just have enough of everything. I mean, if you look at the whole playthrough that I went through, I never used the machine gun once. I hardly even used any bullets because I had the brass knuckles. If I didn't have them, I probably would have used the shotgun a lot more than I did. I used the sniper rifle a couple times. I used the magnum in specific situations, and the handgun in specific. A lot of everything I used was in specific situations. I just would have used a little more ammo without the brass knuckles. I probably would have used some more trap parts in specific situations, but it's hard to really think while doing the speed run. You know, because if I'm sitting there, I mean, I suppose I could pause it and that would stop the time and just think about what to do in the next situation, but I am broadcasting, so I can't really pause the game and sit here for 5 minutes and think about, you know, what I'm gonna do next. So I was just running through it. I mean, there were a couple of times, I mean, you could notice I just got lost. What I was doing. Chapter 7, I got lost for a moment in the poison gas with the keeper. I was running around in circles. So, even with that, and even with getting lost and messing up in certain places, I still managed. And doing this, I'm not still that accustomed to being on a microphone and talking, so I'm doing 2 things at once. It's kind of, I guess I'll just get used to it, and it won't be a big deal anymore. I'm trying to think what I should make a video of next. I don't know. I'm really wondering if I should make some Akumu videos where I start from the beginning and just make individual chapter videos. I'm just thinking to myself how hard certain chapters, though, like, what would wind up happening is I don't want to broadcast. I mean, I could, dying like 50 or 60 times in a row in one section. I mean, it just becomes kind of redundant, but oh well. I mean, I could try. Or I could play the game on nightmare mode, survival, and just play out the story, you know, and play normally without doing a speed run. So thanks. Yeah, if you go to Twitch TV too, and you know, you type in my name or search for me, you'll see this video in the archive, as well as the Chapter 13 video. Those are the only two things I have right now, are this and that. So, yeah, I'll probably start streaming something else. I'll have to think of something else. I want to stay on this game for a couple more streams, just because I have it in my memory so well. If I switch to another game right now, I feel like I'll have to get used to it. And I've been playing this game so much that I don't know, I should probably, I'm thinking about doing just certain walkthroughs, specific ones for specific chapters. So, I'm gonna have to end this broadcast now because, I really have to take a break because I've been staring at the screen for almost 6 hours. So, yeah, thanks for watching. I mean, I'm gonna... Okay, yeah, that's good, thanks. Yeah, yeah, I hope you sleep well. What, you said you had to get up at 3? What, 3 in the morning? For work? Alright, you have a good night. So basically I'm going to end this broadcast now. I've just been... Oh. Wow, yeah. Should probably go to sleep. It's almost... I mean, I'm in the same time zone as you. Yeah. Alright, I'll talk to you later. So I'm gonna end this broadcast now. So if anybody's watching this on Twitch, just having I'm having a conversation with somebody who's messaging me on the right. Well, that's it. This is a full broadcast through a full playthrough of this entire game in one broadcast, all 15 chapters, with a total clear time in under 5 hours. And if I didn't have the Quick and the Dead trophy, it would have popped up, you know. So, so my name is Brian, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll make sure to maybe I'll make some highlights of this. I'm not sure, but I'm going to go off the air right now. I really need to take a break. So, okay. Good night, everybody.